Tear gas, pepper spray, and chaos. A day after protests on the streets of Albuquerque, the police chief and the mayor speak out about how it all unfolded. The protest started peacefully downtown, but as demonstrators kept at it, things escalated.
When it was over, police had used tear gas on the crowds twice and arrested protesters. We have team coverage tonight, starting with News 13's Catherine Mazzone. She's live at University and Central, where one group is gathering for another protest. Catherine?
Jessica, as you can see behind me, there are about a dozen protesters here holding signs, getting a little reaction from drivers passing by. Obviously nothing like the crowds we saw yesterday. This afternoon, Chief Gordon Eaton addressed us about what went down at yesterday's protest. The planned march started at noon. They marched to APD headquarters and Civic Plaza, but then protesters headed east on Central. Officers outfitted in riot gear made a line at Central, and protesters approached them.
Our officers were deployed there for emergency response in the event something went bad. We didn't go looking for them. They came looking for us.
Protesters blocked traffic on Central before heading west hours after the initial protests began. Demonstrators got on I-25's northbound lanes. Some even lay down in front of oncoming traffic. Protesters also attempted to pull a traffic light down with a towing strap at Central and Yale. Chief Gordon Eaton says they deployed tear gas twice, once at Central and Girard and again at 4th and Marquette. He says they arrested 4 people. Their criminal complaints show it's because they wouldn't get out of the road. Today, the city cleaned up the mess left behind. Substation graffiti. There was graffiti tagged on Substation in Nob Hill and underneath I-25 on Central. Now, there's no word yet on how much that cleanup or the extra patrols are going to cost the city. Back to you.
Okay, Catherine, at one point, Eden says protesters kept an emergency vehicle from responding to an injury crash.